Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Meedu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from IIM Indore and we are discussing marketing concepts in a very simple manner. Friends, we are in the third module in which we are discussing about consumer markets and consumer buyer behavior. Already from session number 14 to 16 we have discussed what is a consumer market, what is a consumer decision process while buying, and what all affects consumer behavior. The last topic which remains is studying this buyer decision behavior for new products. After this particular module will get over and we will move to module 4. Friends, I hope till now what we have discussed is clear to you. In case there are any queries, you can always let us know and we will detail it out in our next session. So let us start with today's topic, which is buyer decision process for new products. So what is new products? First of all, let me introduce you to a new product. So as you can see, a new product is a good service or idea that is perceived by some potential customers as new. So it can be anything, any new service, any new idea, any new product which the customers are thinking is new, innovative, and is not there in the market. That is basically known as the new product. Now you might be thinking, why are we studying it separately? We have already studied consumer behavior for products. This is because in case of new products, the entire thing is slightly different because it is new to the market, new to the consumer also. So consumer does not know about it. So in case of new products, what happens is consumer goes through this adoption process. What is adoption process? The mental process through which individual passes from first hearing about the innovation to the final adoption. So means first you will hear that something new is coming up, that is the first hearing up, and then till the time you adopt it, you go through number of stages, and it has been found that a consumer normally goes through 5 stages in this process of adopting. In today's session we will discuss these 5 stages and some other factors which affect such decisions as well. So the 5 stages in which consumer goes through are, first of all is awareness. Awareness means getting to know that something new, something innovative is coming. Nowadays something which is there is buzz, a lot of buzz about it is there, is your electric vehicles. So diesel, petrol as well as CNG vehicles have been there for decades. Now we are moving towards electrical vehicles. We get to see some of them on the roads, we get to hear about them in advertisements from our friends, families. So we can say getting to know about it basically is awareness, step 1. Then second step is interest. Interest means you develop some sort of interest in it. You are keen to know more about it, to find about it, to explore about it. That is step 2, which is known as interest. Third step which comes is evaluation. When I say evaluation, it means seeing the pros, seeing the cons of that. Is it really worth to invest in it vis-a-vis its price? You overall evaluate it against the existing products and against your own requirements. That is known as the step of evaluation. Once in evaluation you are satisfied that this is something worth trying or worth giving a shot, then you move to the 4th step, which is known as your trial phase. In trial phase what we do is we try and see that particular product. Is it actually worth buying? Is it actually worth using? All that sort of person's queries are satisfied in this 4th step of trial. And once in trial phase you are satisfied that this is worth giving a shot, then you finally go to the adoption stage in which you buy it, try it, use it, and finally get to experience it. So these were basically the 5 stages. Now you might be thinking that where is the role of a marketeer in this, or why are we as a marketeer studying about this specially? So let me clear it through one of the case studies of Hyundai where the role of marketing comes place. So marketing guy needs to see that a person moves from one stage to another. First he needs to be aware. Once he is aware, how we can develop his interest, how we can he can evaluate it. First people who have evaluated, they should move to trial, and those who are trying should finally adopt it. Buying should happen. So what happened in this case was, it was the time of 2008 and 9 when the world economy was hit by global recession, and Hyundai had recently launched one of the products, Hyundai Sonata. So what happened is, in the time of recession, people cannot do such buyings because they will be more focused on essential things. There is a sort of uncertainty in the economy. Everyone will be in the doubt that today I can lose my job, anything can happen with me. In such fear, Hyundai did a very good thing. It came up with a Hyundai Assurance Plan. What was there in this plan? In this plan it assured that if you are making a purchase through finance or lease, then, and in case something happens, means your job or income, there is some loss within a year, what you can do is you can return the product with no cuttings. You will get your entire cost back, and it will also not affect your credit rating. So what Hyundai basically was doing with the psychology of the consumer, it was giving them a sort of assurance that be assured we are there for you. Buy our product without any sort of uncertainty or without any fear in your mind, and this gave a very good outcome. What was the outcome? As you can see, sales surged 85% in the month following. This is the power of marketing at the right time and in a right way. So this is how in case of new products, marketers can involve more and more engagement and make people to buy their products, even in such cases like recession. Now let us move to the next concept, in which we study how are these adopters classified. So see, everyone has some different sort of risk taking ability. People who are risk takers and who love exploring new products, in their circle they want that everyone should say whenever there is something new, Mr. ABC buys it or he is the first one to use it. Those people who are risk takers and who are lying in such category are known as basically your innovators. They are the initial 2.5% buyers of the product. After they are done, the next comes the early adopters, who adopt the product pretty early, but also they do some sort of evaluation. After that comes the early mainstream. Early mainstreams are the one who have seen the innovators and the early adopters using it, get to know a little bit, some time has passed, and once they are convinced, they adopt the product and are known as early mainstreams. Till these first three categories, we cover the 50%. After that, what happens are the average people, like most of us, who do not like to take any risk. We like to play safe and secure. So what we do is, after many people have used it, there are consumer feedbacks, consumer reviews available, everything is there, then only we buy the product, and we fall in the fourth category, which is your late mainstream category, the next 34%. And last but not the least are the lagging adopters, the last 16%, who are basically your traditional people who don't like risk taking and buy a product once it has become a tradition. The same graph is explained here, the features of the product, what I just told you. Let us just have a quick look about them. Innovators, like I told, venturesome, they want to try something new, even at some risk. So always the risk is there. It can happen that the thing fails and their money is lost, but they do not care about it. These are those people, as you might see today, things are launched on electronic platforms, your e-sellers like Amazon and Flipkart, and within 1 hour the thing gets stock out. That first 1 hour buyers who are buying it initially are your basically innovators. Next, your early adopters, they are opinion leaders who adopt new ideas early, but after a little care. They take some care, then adopt it. They are not very quick in buying. So maybe the next few days or few weeks of buyers comes in this category. Early mainstream are your deliberates. They adopt new ideas before average person, but after a considerable segment, 15 to 16% have used it. Till here we cover the 50% of the buying. Next comes your late mainstream. They are skeptical. So they adopt an innovation only after majority people have tried, they are satisfying reviews. Even if there are some negative comments, they will first evaluate it and then do it. So they are very thoughtful in their purchase. There is no hurry for them. And last but not the least are your lagging adopters. So lagging adopters are tradition bound. They are suspicious of any change and they adopt new innovation only after becomes the tradition. These are the 5 categories in adoption. Now friends, there are also some factors which affect how an innovation is adopted or the rate of adoption. What are these factors? Let us study about them. First is your relative advantage. When I say relative advantage, see, everything will have some advantage, but relative advantage means compared to the existing thing. When we compare something to another, it is known as your relative. So relative advantage means degree to which innovation appears superior to the existing product. So in the example which we have been discussing in today's session about the electric car, the existing category is your diesel, your CNG, your petrol cars, against which the person will evaluate and see what relative advantage it is giving. Second comes your compatibility. When I say compatibility, it means degree to which innovation fits values and experiences of potential customers. You can also relate it to compatible to the existing infrastructure. So one might be very keen in buying your electric vehicle, but sufficient number of charging stations should be there. Your petrol and diesel refilling stations are there after every few kilometers. Similarly, before buying electric vehicle, one needs confidence that tomorrow if I am buying, it should not happen that the charging gets exhausted and I am in the middle of road facing difficulty. So that sort of infrastructure compatible environment also should be there. That is your second factor of compatibility. Now comes the third factor, which is complexity. Complexity means degree to which innovation is difficult to understand or use. See, most of the users like you and me who are layman users, we like to understand things in a simple manner. The technology might be very complex, involving lot of your calculations, stats model, physics model, etc, etc, but we do not care. We want that we should understand in a simple way. So third factor, complexity, means how easily you can make your consumers understand it in a simple manner. So if I am a consumer who wants to try electric vehicle, I should understand its advantage in a very layman terms, how much cost saving it will give, what benefits it will give, what pros it has, what cons it has, exactly same. Next comes for divisibility, fourth factor. Divisibility means degree to which innovation may be tried on a limited basis. So everyone wants to try it. So in the case of car, there are a lot of distribution centers, your dealership centers are there. You can go and try your petrol and diesel cars. Same number of centers, or comparatively same number of centers, should be available for electric cars, so that if a consumer is interested, he can at least go and try. If for trying it you need to go travel around 200 kilometers, your interest would be affected definitely. This is the factor of divisibility. And last but not the least is the fifth factor, which is your communicability. Communicability means degree to which the result of using can be observed and described to others. So if like you have used a car, you should be clearly understood how it was advantageous. You should understand the result and also describe to others. You should make your family friends clear that I brought electric vehicle, now I am using it for 3 months, it gives this advantages. These were the 5 important parameters which decide it. Friends, with this we try and cover the adopting process of the new products, in which we studied how consumer behavior is affected in new products. This was the last session in our third modules, which were consumer market and consumer buyer behavior. So if you want to see this entire module, please refer to our video numbers 14, 15, 16 and 17. That is on one entire segment. And after this, friends, we will move to our fourth module, in which in next 4 videos, which are video number 18 to 21, we will discuss about business markets and business buying behavior. So we have already done consumer market, now we will move to business market, understanding that in detail. Hope today's segment, today's session and entire topic on consumer markets and consumer behavior was clear to you. Friends, in case you have any suggestion, any feedback, any doubt, please write to us on meedu.study@gmail.com or in the comment section. We will definitely try and address your all feedbacks. Hope you liked today's session. In case you liked it, please like it, share it and subscribe our channel Meedu Study. Till then, friends, take care, have a good day.